Hi, Balaji. I'm glad to see that you've written some more essays. Good job. Before I get to correcting your essays, I would like to address some of the questions. I don't think I can address all of them in this video correction, but I'll try to at least answer as many of them as I can. Let's see. First of all, planning and finishing quickly is a matter of practice. There are no magic solutions to this. It really is a matter of practice. With practice comes speed. That's my first suggestion to you. Also, I think a lot of people find themselves overwhelmed by a lot of questions. They don't need to. Most of these questions are real life kind of scenarios, so you need to just simplify and not overthink and not try to come up with complicated ideas, but really clear ideas that are applicable to real life. Okay, so don't overthink things is my second suggestion. Okay, now here, some people think money is the best gift to give to youngsters while others disagree. How to give examples that look real. Okay, well, let's think about what you know about people giving money to youngsters. I know that in the country where I live, people give money to youngsters for things like birthdays and for like Christmas caroling, they give them money. Um, I don't know necessarily that we need to know the occasions why, but why would some people think this is a good gift to give, and why would they think it's a bad gift to give? This is what we're thinking about. So why could it be a good gift to children? Number one, you give children choice, and when they have choice, they gain responsibility. They also learn how to manage their money. Okay? Well, others disagree. Why would people think it's a bad idea to do this? Because children may not have the responsibility to manage their money, or they may not spend wisely, or they, may not understand the value of money, and sometimes it just seems rather cold. A lot of people think that money as a gift is cold. So, a child may not feel like somebody put thought and care into their gift and just kind of, easily gave them cash. So, you don't need to fabricate examples here. You need to just think from real life, from your own personal experience. Why would somebody say it's a good gift and why would somebody say it's a bad gift? You need to analyze both those positions and just support them. So again, it's not the kind of instance where you need to make up examples. Okay? Let's see. I don't really have an answer for you for number 3. The best answer I can come up with again is write as many essays as you can in order to prepare, in order to see what types of questions keep coming up over and over again so that nothing comes to you as a shock. Really prepare yourself with all of the kind of typical topics that come up so you won't kind of have any major surprise during the exam. Okay, now there is no one, again, there's no one answer here. What I typically advise is that people put the advantages in one paragraph and the disadvantages in the other paragraph. It's just cleaner that way. You could do it the other way, but I don't necessarily advise it. Like I said, advantages in one and disadvantages in the other is fine. Let's see, what type of examples could be given here? Again, it's not about making up examples. It's about thinking about real life. So don't overcomplicate. Just think about your own world and your own life. And let's see, developing a successful career. Okay, why would people think it's important? Why is it important to develop a successful career? Well, so that you can be independent, so that you can support yourself, so that you won't become destitute. Okay, so that you can be well respected in your community. Okay, and then give examples for those. For example, in many cultures, doctors are well regarded and are respected because they save lives and they have spent many years seeking their education. Okay, so that's the type of example. Here, people think it's more important because in the end, who we are is the relationships we have and the memories we create with people and the effect that we have had on people. This is typically how most of us are regarded later in life. And, in the end, this is what we remember, not the job we had. So, and this is how people remember us. They remember how we made them feel. They remember. So, you're really just going to refer to real life. That's my point here, Balaji. It's not about making up examples and research from universities and publications. Okay? I hope this is helpful. So really, I don't want you, again, I feel like you might be overcomplicating it. Try to simplify it. Just these are the types of essays that really require you to refer to real life examples and to things you may have seen or experienced in your own life. So you're just going to have to draw from experience here. Okay, so with that, let's now look at your essays. Okay, the first one is about enjoyable activities with a child. Let's see what you said. It is argued that children become more skillful and creative when they do activities that they enjoy most in comparison to only reading. This essay agrees with this viewpoint and explains why it improves children's reflexes and cognitive ability more than reading does. Perfect. Playing on interactive gaming consoles improves S because the lead noun here is playing. Improves the reflexes of children. No the, because you're talking about all children. This is largely because games make children pay their complete attention and enable them to concentrate more in order to achieve the game's motive. Not really motive, but goal, purpose, okay? For example, recent survey conducted by a child welfare agency in India confirms that children who play video games such as PlayStation tend, this needs to be tend here with no S because it's children, tend to be more active than those who only stick to reading books. Therefore, playing such games brings, again, because it's playing brings certain benefits to children which reading fails to fulfill. Okay, I want you to be careful. You've done a lot of things that you're supposed to be doing. However, your lead sentence here, your introductory sentence, was improving the reflexes, and your example does not really support this idea. You said that it makes them more active. Just because someone is more active, it does not mean that they have better reflexes. Okay, so do make sure that these connect a little better. What do I mean? I mean that children who play video games such as PlayStation tend to be quicker in cognitive tasks and in tests where speed of reaction is tested. Okay, so you have to make sure that these are linked a little better. Okay, playing any of their favorite sport develops children's cognitive abilities. This is due to the fact that any outdoor sport needs physical and mental attention of the children. Moreover, children learn to adapt themselves to the competitive environment. For instance, a news article published in the Times of India confirms that, capitalize the T here, confirms that, no comma, most of the students who play sport are more creative and strong in comparison to those who do not. We don't use contractions, so write out the full word. This shows that sport improves the physical fitness of the children and also teaches them creative skills. Okay. I felt like this was a little underdeveloped. I definitely feel like there were more things you could have said about this. You could have added at least one more sentence. I'm not going to tell you where because I think you could have added that sentence in numerous places. Like here, you tell me this is due to the fact that any outdoor sport needs physical and mental attention of the children. Okay, well, back it up. I mean, you could have said, like, for example, when you are playing football, you need to strategize, you need to plan, you need to do this, you need to do that. So you could have said numerous things here to really give a tangible example. And likewise, you could have done the same thing here. All right? So in conclusion, I firmly believe that doing activities which children enjoy most, such as playing sports or video games, increases their creativity and fitness. It will also enable them to survive competition, not the competition, get rid of the, when they become adults. So fine, fine, fine. A little underdeveloped. I would have liked to have seen more, but it's fine for your first essay, really. Okay, and then the next one is about school. Should it be educational or entertaining? Let's see. It is argued by some that schools need to offer more fun, while others believe that their duty is only to provide right education. This essay agrees that schools need to introduce entertaining activities so that students show more interest in attending the school, and it can also be helpful in their future life. Fine. Students are more inclined to attend the school. No, to attend school, not the school. Again, it's when you use the like this, it's if you're talking about one specific school. If it adds fun-filled activities to its curriculum. This is because students show more interest in paying their attention in learning at school. For example, a recent survey conducted by the Secondary School Education Board in India reveals that schools which teach extracurricular activities like singing, dancing, and playing musical instruments have more pass percentage. No, let's phrase this a little better. Have higher pass rates. Okay, have higher pass rates in exams than those who do not follow these. Therefore, this really proves that giving education in a fun way to students is really helpful for them. Okay, there's too many reallys in that sentence. It makes it a little too casual, a little too informal, and certainly repetitive, but fine. Students have an option to build their career outside their academics if schools have other interesting activities. This is due to the fact that some students may really excel in other cultural or sports activities that are taught at their schools. For instance, according to an article published in The Guardian, countries such as Australia introduce sports to children from the early stages of school, and this is the reason why they produce a huge number here, of good sportsmen when compared to other nations. This really proves, again, this really proves, and this really proves. So vary it a little bit. So you could have said, consequently, it is clear that schools need to introduce subjects other than academics. Okay, fine. In conclusion, I strongly believe that schools need to focus not only teaching academic subjects, but also other art or sports subjects as well that help the students. Okay, again, you have some nice things happening in your essays. You've got some good elements, but there are some areas that need a little work. I think your task response needs a little work. You definitely need to develop your answers a little better. So now what you need to do is you need to correct these essays. Based on this video correction, you need to add the errors to an error correction list, which is basically another file where you write down the essay, the error as it was pointed out to you, and then how it was suggested that you can correct it. Then you also need to write us new essays, which you will get in this email. So you have to do basically 3 things for us. Please try to do them in the next day or so that you can really apply everything you've been learning. Send all of them back to us, and then we will begin to correct your next set of essays. Okay? So good luck with that. Again, thanks for taking the time to write these essays. I look forward to see what you're writing. You will write next time. So good luck with it.